fighting games. My favorite video game genre. I mean, if you know my channel, you probably know me for my Smash content. And yeah, that's my favorite fighting game. Most fighting game fans would be like, oh, that's not a fighting game, but it is for me. Different, but still. But I also love all fighting games. Just the genre in general. One thing I don't love is when I fight people who play a broken character. Now, I'm sure I speak for many people when I say that. So today, I'm counting down the top 10 most broken fighting game characters. Playable characters. Anyways, before we get started, you know what to do. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, turn on notification, and leave a comment. And you'll be a loyal subscriber. Man, why wouldn't you want to be that?
I wanted to give to you, the last part of your notes here, the significance spiritually of the number 10.
The Marvel vs. Capcom series has had its fair share of broken characters. I mean, just look at Phoenix or Sentinel. But from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Virgil takes the cake. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Virgil is pretty cool from Devil May Cry, and it's pretty cool that he's in Marvel vs. Capcom. But I dread going up against him ever in Ultimate Marvel 3 because he's just so overpowered. Virgil has incredible speed and recovery time in which are unmatched, and that gives him endless combo potential. He also has Devil Trigger, which makes everything I just said even more. After all that, good luck up against Virgil. You're gonna need it. When talking about the classic Mortal Kombat games, I hear 1 and 2 talked about quite a bit, but I rarely ever hear MK3 talked about at all. It's a pretty solid game. MK Trilogy though is where it's at, but in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Noob Saibot is a fucking bitch. Now, despite being just a fully black reskin of the other ninjas on a visual aspect, Noob Saibot is made broken by his unblockable teleporting attacks. He could also come up under an opponent and strike them, which not too many other characters were able to do back then. In fact, I don't think any were. This move is a deal breaker, and it's clear that Noob Saibot isn't much of a, you know, noob. Yeah.
So I'm going to be giving this flavor 8.5 out of 10 scoops.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think Injustice 2, even considering Mortal Kombat 11, has the best lineup of guest characters in a NetherRealm game. I know that's kind of very specific, but many of NetherRealm's games have guest characters. But let's go back to the first Injustice, where there was only one guest character, Scorpion, and you automatically become an enemy of mine if you use him. Compared to everyone else in the game, Scorpion probably has the most unique moveset, simply because he can just teleport whenever and preemptively strike an opponent while Hellfire. And he can go sneak up from behind at a moment's notice, and there's not a fuck all you can do about it, really. This all makes Scorpion a bit of a pain in the ass to fight, and he stands out in the roster not only for being the only non-DC character, but also being the most broken.
Very close, but that's not it. Let's go to Gary the Retard. What number between 2 and 4?
Tekken has got many great characters, but the one that gets placed on this list is motherfucking Eddy Gordo. Whether you're talking about Tekken 3 or Tekken Tag Tournament, as he's pretty broken in both, Eddy Gordo is pretty unique. He does many different kinds of flips and hand spins, which knock opponent off their legs or make them fly all over the goddamn place. Because of his moves and movement though, he can be incredibly hard to hit, as he'll more often than not be in a crouching position. And if that's not bad enough, he can attack in the crouching position. His ability to combo is also really all that makes for a character that needs to be nerfed, and the fact that this was the case in 2 games is kind of crazy. I mean, these 2 games came out before patch notes and everything like that were a thing, but still.
Okay, Mrs. Puff, what's my final score?
6. Woo! Street Fighter. It's definitely between this and Mortal Kombat, which is the tournament fighter franchise. But when talking about Street Fighter, I think we all know who the broken character is, and that's Akuma. While he's definitely broken in many other Street Fighter games, he's mainly on here for his broken nature in Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Now, Akuma was originally intended as just a reference to the Shenlong myth and just as a boss, so he was never actually meant for tournament play. So because of this, he's fucking stupid, but then he kind of became a playable character. Akuma Shoryuken can see what I did there, haha, take away a good portion of your opponent's health without a problem at all. Also, his air Hadouken can follow the opponent too, and you got a character that was actually banned from tournaments, though he was more balanced in re-releases of the game, but still.
Oh, chills. Literal chills.
It was number 5. Number 5. Oh my god.
Did you know that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure got a game? A fighting game, no less? I'm sure a lot of you did know that, but some of you not as competitive fighting game fans probably didn't. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Heritage for the Future, or it's mostly just known as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and mostly probably referred to as JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the fighting game. And it's actually pretty solid, but wanna know what character you won't have a solid time up against? Fucking Pet Shop. Holy shit, why is Pet Shop so broken, you may ask? Well, you know how I said that Eddy Gordo is often in a crouching position, making him hard to hit? Well, the same goes for Pet Shop, but instead, this time, he's just smaller, making him always in a difficult position to hit. So if that's not bad enough, he has a wide array of long-ranged attacks, and it's pretty easy for players to spam them into infinite combos, and they do a shit ton of damage. I'm telling you, you start a match, and after, not even kidding, maybe lucky to last 10 seconds, the other person's lucky, and then the match is over. Pet Shop wins. This makes Pet Shop fucking invincible.
7, 5.
Look, I love Smash, and you probably should have expected someone from Smash to make the list. And Ultimate is the game I've been playing non-stop, and the cool thing about Ultimate is that the game is very well balanced. Sure, there are characters better than others, but there's no incredibly broken character, and there's no incredibly terrible character. However, let's go back to Smash 4, and we got one Bayonetta. My god, I remember that one EVO where I believe it was Smash 4's last major tournament, and it ended with fucking this.
Here we are, the reset.
Lost control of that set, man. He was up 2-0, and Captain Zach with the backdoor 3-0 to send us in the grand final set number 2. We ain't done yet, baby. Hold that get, and get to the click clack. Let's do it.
Bro, what is going on? What is this?
I don't know. I was stalling for time.
My god, that was so awkward. But what makes Bayo so broken, you may ask? Well, her easy touch of death combo will bring you off screen in seconds. If that's not enough, how about Witch Time? Stopping your opponent whenever and you get to move as fast as you'd like and perform whatever combo you'd like, while your opponent is completely defenseless. And it's also not like there's a limit to any of that shit either. When you consider all that, no wonder why the crowd was automatically against you whenever you played Bayonetta. Seriously, that Evo, oh god. Let's hope Smash Ultimate doesn't go out like that. Soul Calibur is awesome. Let's look at Soul Calibur 4. And I actually considered Yoda for this list. Yeah, it still feels weird saying Yoda and Soul Calibur, but instead, Hildy from the same game makes the list. Now this character was banned from competitive play, and probably one of the most infamous bans in all of fighting games. But why is that? Well, using her charged attacks into a combo gives Hildy a very high chance of performing a ring out. And a ring out already doesn't require you to get your opponent's damage up at all. You just win by pushing your opponent out. So it's very easy to pull that off with Hildy. And plus, her shit does so much. So even not considering ring outs, she can still wreck you. All this gives her an unfair advantage over other characters. Now you know why she was banned from competitive play.
What kind of pencil do we take again?
Number 2. Take a number 2.
Looks like you took a big number 2.
I got a niche fighting game for you, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Fighting Edition game. For those of you who do know though, I'm sure you know who it is that's on the list, and that's Ivan Ooze. Oh boy, this motherfucker. I get he was the big bad guy in the movie, but they didn't need to make him feel like that. I mean, he is the final boss, but when you play as him, he's still the final boss. What makes Ivan Ooze so broken? Well, multiple things. For one, he is always hovering and therefore can kind of fly around the whole stage. While doing so, he can throw many projectiles and lasers that follow you and will hit you no matter what. I mean, you could block it. Okay, not no matter what, but pretty much. And it's also pretty hard to go anywhere near him, unless you get like a quick first shot. But let's just say you do manage to get near him after all that. He's got his invulnerable strike, which explains it all in the name. Also, if that's not enough, you can't perform throws or low attacks on him, making him pretty much invincible. After all that, I think we can all agree that Ivan Ooze is a character that oozes with bullshit. Yeah, I just did that. Before we get to number 1, let's look at some honorable mentions. Okay, so it actually turns out Bayonetta is not the only Smash character on this list. But who makes it in instead? Fox? No. I mean, Fox is pretty OP in Melee, but let's be real, it's Meta Knight. Meta Knight has unmatched speed, recovery, and a move list, and it lets him become a force to be reckoned with. He also has the ability to fly, and while, I mean, you can argue characters like Pit have the ability to fly too, and he's not broken. No, I mean, like, Meta Knight can, like, fly. Plus, the knockback on many of his moves is just unbelievable. All this allows him to completely wipe your opponent off the screen. For example, continuously up airing into up specials will work any fucking time at pretty much any percentage. All that and more. And it's no wonder why Meta Knight places #1 on this list and was banned from just about every single goddamn Brawl tournament. So yeah, if you know me, you know I'm a big fan of Smash, so you probably should have thought a Smash character was gonna make the list, of course, yeah, but like at #1 maybe even. But yeah, do you agree with this list? I know I did leave a few characters out, but let me know what you guys think. Anyways, be sure to like this video, come subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.